People in the central Philippines are cleaning up from one of the most powerful storms on record. Before it made landfall, Typhoon Haiyan was clocking gusts of close to 400 kilometers per hour. It killed at least 4 people in the Philippines, but it ended up crossing over that country quickly, something officials there say helped avert a major disaster. Paul Johnson reports.
The monster storm makes landfall southeast of Manila. If Typhoon Haiyan is not the fiercest storm ever recorded, it is certainly the worst this year, and the biggest threat to lives and property in the Philippines in a very long time. Shortly before striking the Philippines, the U.S. Navy clocked Haiyan's strongest gusts at more than 300 kilometers an hour, making it the equivalent of a Category 5 hurricane in North America, the worst kind. Haiyan is thought to be bringing a storm surge of up to 5 meters and is battering an area prone to flooding and landslides. Many here live in homes nowhere close to capable of withstanding its force.
Gaya po na lagi, alam nating walang bagyo.
As always, no storm can bring a united Filipino people to its knees, says Philippine President Aquino. It's my hope that we all stay safe in the coming days. If its path follows projections, the storm could tear through an area home to 25 million people. More than 750,000 have already been evacuated and the military has been mobilized. But with power, roads and phone lines down, initial damage reports have been sketchy. Sadly, this is the 24th typhoon to strike the Philippines this year, on top of a deadly earthquake that hit the country last month. Nature has been incredibly unkind to this island nation this year. Paul Johnson, Global News, Beijing.
And a measure of just how big this was, the U.S. Navy clocked sustained winds of 314 kilometers per hour just before this super typhoon roared ashore. By comparison, Hurricane Camille, which hit the U.S. back in 1969, had wind speeds of 305 kilometers per hour. And Hurricane Katrina had sustained winds of just 205 kilometers per hour when it hit New Orleans. This typhoon isn't over yet. About 25 million people were in its path when it sliced through the Philippines. Now it's expected to pick up steam over the South China Sea and slam into central Vietnam early on Sunday morning.